Well, look, congratulations on the G, both the film and indeed your performance as well. She's such
Well,
an
thank
amazing
you.
character. How much do you think that this could be the role that everybody associates with you?
Um, well, it's a chance for me to carry a film in an extremely um, a wonderful arc. I've done a lot of badass roles. I've mostly played supporting roles throughout my career. So to have an older woman of myself that's usually marginalized by Hollywood, a chance to do this role is really terrific. And I know most people remember me as the skank from Breaking Bad, so I'm used to being called out on the street or people running from me. But in the G, even though she is a badass, there are many, many moments of tenderness where you see a different side. I would love for people to see all the different facets of me instead of one and carrying a film. It's been a great opportunity. I'm very, very grateful to Karl Hearne for thinking of me and sending me the script.
It must have been one of those parts that jumped off the page when you read the script. Why did you feel it had your name on it?
Well, because I I am a very complex person, and I think Carl had seen me play this type of character that the G sort of you end up seeing in the middle of the film when she turns and regains her strength. Um, and I'm sorry, see, there goes my jet lagging train of thought. Repete, please, Frida.
That's okay. Why did you think it had your name on it?
Well, just because I could relate to it and I could relate to my own empathy and worriedness about what goes on with eldercare in North America and these scams that do go about. So I've played a lot of tough women. I've played a lot of emotional heartbroken women, and this was a chance to show everything. And I felt like it was a story I wanted to tell, and yes, that's it.
It's also a film that gives us a very different view of older people than, say, films like The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. It's completely in a totally different direction to that. How do you feel about the way that older people are portrayed in movies? And is the G showing us something different?
Absolutely. First of all, you usually see this kind of role in this film played by a male, and that's really been the way it's been forever. We were talking earlier with Carl, our director, about one of the hardest things for me was the intimate scene, which it's just because I've never really done that. I've never done that on camera, and I'm like, really in my 60s, here we go. But it's even the film I did a love song. My co-star Wes Studi said at a talk back because it was our first kiss on screen that just because people get old doesn't mean they stop having desires and passion or sex. And you just they don't want to Hollywood, I guess I say that in general, doesn't want to show that. They don't think that's what people want to see. But part of their audience, if they would just go into it, would be people that would really enjoy that. And so I'm hoping it gives hope to elderly people. Their lives are not over. People need to see that instead of Roman Denis, who plays my niece, my granddaughter in it. Her mother worked in a nursing home, and so she had seen, and I have too, a lot of the dismissal of people that it's like your life's over, you had no life, and they've had this whole wonderful life, and no one hears them anymore. So it's a chance to be seen and heard, and that you're still vital. You still have more life to go, and don't give up. You know.
And A Love Song was actually the first time that you played the lead. This is only the second time. And as you say, you had your first on-screen kiss in A Love Song. This is your first sex scene. How did you
Uh-huh.
actually feel about that? I mean, did you approach it with some trepidation? How did you feel when it was first suggested that you did that?
I was very nervous about it. because I'm not the kind of actress that's called on to do that a lot. I've never been called on stage. I've done a couple of love scenes and appeared in my underwear, but nothing like this. And at my age, it just. But Karl, in our first meeting on Zoom, we talked about it, and it was always coming from him. It was like, we're going to make sure you're comfortable. We'll make sure that you're comfortable with what we're doing. And we did, because I was very nervous, but it was handled beautifully. It was shot, Vlad, our cinematographer, it was all, a closed set. And just by chance, the rainfall in the background was real and just happened. So it had this sort of romantic side to it. Joseph, the rock that plays Joseph, was lovely and caring and sensitive, as was Karl and the whole crew. And I had two wonderful hair and makeup girls, Jopad and Soraya, who, as females, they were not in the room, but they were, of course, standing behind monitor and video. And, they were just keeping an eye. I was like, okay, if all my cellulite is showing, can we please tell them to redo the shot? Just that I don't have much vanity. I've played a lot of roles, it doesn't matter. But with that, and so, they would assure me, no, it looks beautiful. Just relax into it and trust it. And that's the main thing. Just trust. You're telling a story.
Yeah, and it
So
it
it
did
once it
look
was
good,
over, it
and
was
it
like, well,
did
that
look
was kind of
romantic.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like, and then I saw it on the big screen, and I was like, oh my gosh. Now everyone's seeing my tits, but that's okay.
there you go. Now, looking forward, this week we've actually seen the trailer for Kevin Costner's new Western Horizon and American Saga, so we know what we're going to see you in next.
Yes. Oh, am I in the trailer? No, I
I
don't know.
didn't
No.
see you in the trailer, but I've seen you on the cast list. So
Yeah, last year I ended up doing like three sort of very small roles in some big projects, one of which was Mr. Costner's Horizon, and I was just thrilled to be a part of it. I love Westerns. I love his movies and the whole saga, epic, sweeping epic. And I play a tough pioneer woman in a very tough time with some tough boys. And it was a terrific time on set. And I think it's going to be quite a spectacular event. And I remember Kevin saying to me, we were talking about, I was thanking him for giving me the opportunity, no matter how small the role was. And he goes, well, that's what actors, you journeyman actors like you do. You go and you give a little piece of yourself every time. And I thank you for being here and giving us a part of yourself. So there are no small roles. And it was cold as hell, but I had a great time. We were in Utah near all the national parks. So I did a lot of hiking and yeah.
beautiful. Are you going to be in all four episodes? Because I gather there's four parts to it.
No, my boys are. I am a small character in the first episode, the first film, and then the storyline, because it moves and moves and is huge, huge cast. My boys are important to the plot, so they carry on through the second film as
Well, I shall
well.
watch out for you. Dale, thank you so much for your time. It's been lovely to talk to you, and I really hope the jet lag wears off for you soon.
Thank you, Frida. I do
Thank
too. And if
you.
I drink any more coffee, and
You'll be
but
jittery.
nice to meet you, and thank you so much for your interest in the film.
Thank you.